My world is faster and faster, the tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride.
Okay, so my hair's a mess. I really need to put some like moisture and love into my hair. I'm like, what's going on? But I'm back. I'm back for a little quick hi, a little quick update, a little quick like I'm thankful I am finally fully, if that's gonna make sense, in my body, if that makes sense, and like I can walk my truth, honestly, and I'm not afraid. I think that's my biggest takeaway of like, hey, I'm back, right? I'm back. I'm not gonna be making that many videos because a bitch has time. I work, I tutor part-time, and I like to spend time with my dog and act like I actually like living here. It's like I love it on earth at times. But this is why I'm making this video. I love it on earth at times. I have been doing some reflection and I just want to like have a conversation. Can we acknowledge how fucking ghetto earth is? How absolute ghetto this planet is. And the reason why I'm like, this planet is ghetto. I went to a free festival last week Sunday for Juneteenth. It was down in the Baltimore, Drew Hill Park, I believe. Great experience. I love the person I went with. I had a good ass time. It was like music. We listened to one of the Braxton sisters. She sang her ass off. The sun was hot as fuck. And as soon as the sun went down and it just was like a smidge cool, it looked like they unleashed. I lied to you not. It looked like a movie. They unleashed a whole bunch of mosquitoes. And first you saw everybody just dancing, having a good time. And as soon as the Braxton left and the sun went down, everybody was just like this, fanning themselves. Like it was just like everybody, whatever they had in front of them, they were just fanning the mosquitoes away. And I'm just like, yo, this looks like a scene from a movie. Like, are we okay? Ghetto, right? Number one. Number two, I'm a very sensitive soul. I am going to come right on this camera and I am a very sensitive soul. I am what they considered an empath. So if your spirit goes left, my body will be like, what the fuck you doing? If you go right, I'm like, but why? Even before you even know you're going left or right, my body will be like, but why are you acting so? You don't got to tell me shit, right? I'm very sensitive to things around me. I'm taking a shower 2 months ago. I will go back, right? I have a fish tank. I'm trying to clean the fish tank. I'm changing the water, and I'm like, this water is just not balancing. I'm like, why is this water for my fish so toxic? And I'm like, well, I'm thankful they can survive. Cool. Couple of weeks later, I'm taking a shower. I'm like, why does my water smell? I lied to you guys not. I'm in one of the richest county in the United States of America, and I'm like, why is my water smelling? Why when I'm brushing my teeth, that water nasty as fuck and I need to make it run for a good 30 to 40 seconds before I'm like, okay, let me put this chemical or whatever bullshit pollution in my mouth, right? So I can brush my teeth, so I can wash my skin, right? So this has been happening for a couple of weeks, and I was gonna email my apartment complex and bitch and complain, but I'm tired of being that child that just bitches and complains because shit is not gonna be fixed. So I ignored it, right? 2 months later, the apartment complex sent us an email talking about, yeah, the Potomac River was polluted a couple of months ago, and they put some treatment in it. The treatment is fine. You're gonna be fine. But yeah, just to let you know, the water was polluted, just in case you like had any experience. And I'm reading this email like, so you mean to tell me after you treat the water is when you went to tell me for 2 months I was contaminated? It's okay. That's what my spirit told me. It told me I'll be fine. It told me there's places on earth that have worse water than me. Calm your ass down. But this is the shit I live in, right? The earth is ghetto. I like transparency. I like you to tell me, oh, bitch, yeah, we don't know what's going on with the pollution in this Potomac River, but we'll get it on track and we'll update you when the shit's together. Nope. They don't give a fuck about us. If I was pregnant and something in that water was gonna contaminate my child and have my child do some shit, that's another research study. Cool. Next point. As we're on this, the earth is ghetto. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so let's say one day we do come up with a cure for cancer, because I'm in cancer research. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I had to sit and think about this. You're fine. Humans are destructive. We already know that. 2, we like to do shit, right? So all this BBLs, all this, I can't think of the words because the one I want to use, I'm not going to say it on here. But all these other things, cosmetic surgeries, all that shit y'all doing, and we have no idea what's going to happen to the body. A job, right? Because we're going to have to, like, just like they have cosmetic surgeons that fix the botched jobs that they're just trying to make their quick, fast money for. I will have a research study. Someone will have a study of, like, what's happening to the body while it tries to fight all these chemicals that you're putting into your body. That is a business right there, right? All this at one point when we're like, okay, is this blah, blah, blah. Long story short, because I'm not going to go through this. Long story short, if cancer, for some reason, we found this cure for all types of shit, we as human civilization fucking up so much shit about us, I will have another job. That is the conclusion I came, because I was in a science where I'm like, hold up, will I still have a job? Cool. That's where I'm at. We don't take care of ourselves. We'll be forever sick. Therefore, the pharmaceutical company, that's my point. We will be forever sick. So that means the pharmaceutical company will always be in business, right? Because as I'm like, the pharmaceutical company will always be in business. I'm transitioning all over the place. But again, the earth is ghetto. So I was talking to my grandmother today. I finally talked to her, and it sometimes hurts me, but we were talking, and she was telling me how when she was pregnant with one of her children, she had so much pain that she went to someone, a friend of hers, that gave her a bushti. I'm just gonna say that they made a bushti for her, and it made her feel better. But this is one of the reasons, as a Caribbean child, I don't like tea. I don't drink tea like that, because in the Caribbean, on my dumb ass island, let me not call my island dumb. On my fucking island, right? These motherfuckers will just go out, pick some trees, pick some grass, right? Pick leaves and all that shit from someone's yard on the corner of the street. Pick this up, do this, put it, boil it, drink the bush tea, and you'll be fine. What is this tea? That is what I was grown. If you have something, you don't need no pills. And that's where most of our medication in the pharmaceutical come from. They go to these small native countries, land, all that shit, take all their secrets, take all their shit, and it's like, ooh, let's make some pills. Let's give it to these people. Let's not tell them really how to use it or what it actually, the benefits of it, and let them just get hooked on it. A lot of our pharmaceutical shit is just from plants that they extracted something. They said, here you guys go. It's not really helping. So you just keep taking more and more pills, and we're forever in a cycle. Not my business. I don't do pills. But the earth is ghetto. Cool. As we're talking about, like, the earth is ghetto and we're forever just going to be popping pills because we don't want to just take care of our body and do the work our fucking selves. I'm not judging. A girl needs a job. So y'all do you. I'm getting to the point of this earth is still ghetto. 2 weeks ago, I'm on YouTube. There's some AI shit about the Titanic. 2 weeks ago, right? How they can show you the Titanic view through digital computing, taking camera photos of different parts of the Titanic at the bottom, and showing you what the Titanic looks like right now. They have the technology. So you can sit on your fucking ass in your fucking house and watch what the fuck the Titanic looks like now, right? Not for these billionaires. Not for these billionaires. They're like, fuck this technology shit. We just gonna go see our motherfucking selves, and then we just don't know where the fuck they went. I rest in peace to their family and whatever suffered. I'm so sorry. This is not a joke. But for me, where the fuck y'all going? Who the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck y'all doing? This is gonna be the new Bermuda Triangle where shit just disappear and shit just happen there. What y'all doing? Y'all got so much money, have probably no motherfucking friends, no one y'all fucking trust, so y'all like, let's just go through and go in a submarine and do some shit that God did not ask or intended y'all to do. I ain't feeling sorry for you. The earth is too ghetto for me to be feeling sorry for your billionaire ass. I want to say some other shit, you know, like why Trump wasn't in there. Sorry, Lord. Why Trump wasn't in that, but hey. Okay. Trump got other shit to do. Trump is like, I don't need to see no motherfucking dead people at the bottom of the ocean. The fuck? I rather just see the people up here die. Like, why are we going down? Why are we going down? Okay? Why are we going down? So this is my thing where the earth is ghetto. We rather waste money, time, and efforts to go see the Titanic. Who cares? Who cares? The earth is still ghetto. We're still dying. As we talking about the earth is still ghetto, we're still dying. A couple of months ago, this was like last year, I had to do my little booster, right? A girl's a COVID baby. I'm not COVID. A girl's a vaccine baby over here, right? They've been vaccinating me since I was a child. So at this point, just give me all your chemicals. So I went to my local CVS, right? And I was talking to the farm tech, and she was like, this was during the cold time, right? Like fall. She's like, I don't know what's going on. Everybody's just buying like cold and cough medication, and everything's just flying off the sheet. What they call that thing? I want to say sheets, but that's not what it is. Flying off the shelves and all that shit, right? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, there's something happening. This again is a pharmacy technician that tell me all this shit where I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, honey. She's like, all the medication is just flying off the shelves. The pharmaceutical company, again, I work with them, so Lord Jesus Christ, let me hope I have a job. The pharmaceutical company, they know what the fuck they're doing, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, have you noticed? There's just something in the air. This was in fall of 2022. She's like, there is just they're putting something in the air. Yada, yada, yada. Me and I'm minding my business because I'm like, woman, I don't know what the fuck you're telling me, right? Fast forward to June 2023, we got fire shit from Canada coming down all the way down here. Some people are like, oh, they put in something in the air for us. Some people are like, I don't understand. This is where I get confused. Some people are like, I don't understand how the smoke from Canada coming down to us in America. And I'm like, y'all do know it's connected, right? Like Canada is connected, right? Like it's one big land, right? Like there's no separation, right? Like we do know like air and when what's that thing called, wind and all that shit, when it moves, you know, like whatever. I don't even care at this point. But the only reason where I'm like, where people are like, oh, I didn't understand, in my small island, if the Martinique, right, if their volcano erupts, we get the ashes because we're next door and there's still water between us. So we still getting that shit. It's still hopping over. We're still getting the smoke, right? That shit does happen. So I don't know why people are confused, or they'll have the theory of like, oh, they, not my business. The earth's still ghetto. We still dying. Who cares, right? Let's move on. How else is this earth ghetto? How else is this earth ghetto? I'm telling you, right? My opinion. My fucking opinion. Reality TV, I've said it before, is nothing but trauma. Trauma out the motherfucking ass. Half of these people need to go see a psychologist or professional person to help them with their fucking problems. Why do I say that? I was watching Ultimatum, the queer version. I didn't want to see that because at first I'm like, why don't you just call it the Ultimatum lesbian version? They're not queer. They're lesbians. Let's try this again. They're not queer. They are lesbians. Some might identify as queer, but these motherfuckers are lesbians, okay? If there was a bi guy up in there, I would be like, sure, bam, we're queer. If there was a transgender, bam, sure, we're queer. If there was a cross-dresser, bam, sure, we're queer. We had lesbians, okay? This is the Ultimatum lesbians. Ain't queer, lesbians. Let's get to the point. Ghetto. Ghetto. This shit was ghetto. I did not want to watch it because lesbians are toxic. No offense. If any lesbians out here, I'm so sorry. I do not want to like negatively, but just watch the queer shit and you understand what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Lesbians are dramatic. Females are dramatic. Have you met us? Have you met us? We are some dramatic motherfucking beings. And you want all these motherfuckers to love on each hot mess. We have domestic violence. We have one girl that was lying because she realized that this one girl was mirroring, exact mirroring, right? Like she was doing that, what did they call it? What? Oh my God, the word is not coming to my head. But when projection, she was doing projection, and she has the most followers out of all those girls. She was on OnlyFans. If you guys, the one of the big boobs, I don't know these people's name. The one of the big boobs, she was on OnlyFans, and she's like, oh, I think she's on here for the wrong reasons, and blah blah blah. Projection. You made that girl. I would sue you. I would sue her. Why? Because yes, she was on Instagram, but she was projecting her insecurities and didn't want to be called out on this other girl. It was bad. It was bad. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about a lawsuit? If I was these children, I would put on Netflix, because that shit was traumatic. That one little girl that was sitting there crying, talking about, I don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm just trying to find myself, and bitch, you want to get married tomorrow? Dramatic. Cool. That's it. That is my reality TV. I've said this before. It's just trauma. It's just people showing the trauma on TV. Lastly, if you're watching Potomac and if you're watching Atlanta, boy, we're bored. We are bored civilization. Why? Atlanta is giving you nothing. If you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they are giving you no content. Nothing. We traveled. We wasted our time to watch Kenya travel to a place where she was kicked out and never performed. That was 2 episodes, I believe. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Why are we watching TV when nothing is happening on our TV screen? I can just go outside and watch nothing's happening, right? So this is our next thing. Reality TV, they need to try again. We need to get some writers. Black Mirror was boring. I couldn't even watch after episode like 2 or 3. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? What the fuck is this? Boring, right? Cool. Earth is ghetto. We don't have content writers anymore because they're still on strike. What else is going on in this ghetto earth of us? The planet is still, trying to figure out this shit. This is my last part of this place is ghetto. I am slowly walking in my truth. I used to lucid dream when I was younger. Somewhere in high school-ish to college, I stopped. Especially college where I was just like on the go. The one dreams I used to definitely had in college and I wasn't a big fan about is waking up like I'm about to fall. I was like falling, and I would get up from an anxiety state of like falling, like I'm getting into my body, if that makes sense. It was always me like just falling, like, like sky just falling, right? If you've ever had those dreams where you're like, like, I don't know how to explain it, but that was my main dreams. And then as I moved into my space and finally like get into like my different spirituality purposes and shit like that, I questioned like, why can't I lucid dream anymore? Got a book on lucid dreaming, never read the shit. Watch a few videos, not like I was researching it, but it would come up where it's like, you can put notes underneath your pillows. You can write your dreams as soon as you remember it. I don't do none of that shit. I'm too lazy. I don't follow through. I'm be honest here. I don't follow through. So it ain't happening, right? I'm not doing all that bullshit. What I do is to keep my mental clear, keep myself stress-free as possible, try to eat healthy, keep my body clean, keep my skin clean, keep the people around me who are, I wouldn't say clean. We all going through some shit. But like the people around me are true, authentic, genuine people, right? So that I'm able to walk in my true, genuine, authentic self. That is who I keep around me. So when I go to sleep, I sleep soundly. I sleep in peace because everything around me is peaceful for the most part. We're all going through shit. And everything in my house is peaceful for the most part. So when I go to sleep, I'm at peace, right? So I can dream. That's just me. And when I dream, I lucid dream. I lucid dream about movies I have never seen a preview to. I have never seen a day in my life. But it's movies when I go see them with a friend and I'm like, yo, I dreamt about this whole scene. Like this whole scene that's happening, I saw this whole fucking thing. And I've never seen this movie a day in my life. I've never seen the preview. I don't even know how I'm dreaming about a movie I've never seen before. That is crazy. That is traumatic, right? 2, I had this recently. I had a dream about a package, right? I had just seen a video on YouTube about REM sleeping and shit like that. And like right before I fell asleep, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning and I need to get up for work. And I was like, you know what? I haven't lucid dreamed in a minute. You see how shit works? I haven't lucid dreamed in a minute. I took like probably a 40-minute sleep, finally waking up. And what I woke up to was someone saying, here's your package. We have a package for you. I remember this other guy I was talking to. And then that day I was like, I wonder if my package came because I had no way of tracking it. I wonder if my package came. So I went to the location and I saw a guy that was like resemble who I was talking to in my dreams. So I started talking to him. And then the other guy, which in my head when I was in my dream, right? In my head, because my dream's in my head. So in my dream, I was looking at the guy and I was like, I don't really know you. Like, how many new people do they have here? And he's the same guy where I look at him, I'm like, I don't really know you, but he knew me. That is the problem with my life. I don't know these people, but for some reason they know me. And he was like, yeah, like your package came today. And I'm like, as it's happening, this is exactly how we talk in my dream. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. And I kept talking and I got my package, text my friend, and I'm like, yep, I had a dream that this was going to happen and it actually came true and yada, yada, yada. Cool. This is my life. Next time I'm texting this one guy, and this is how, like, I was talking to one friend where I'm like, some of my dreams, like, while it's amazing to lucid dream, while it's amazing to have an idea of what's gonna happen in my life, either in the next couple of hours, years, decades, who knows, shit's gonna happen, right? It's sometimes traumatic, my opinion. Why do I say that? I had a dream about 2 months ago where I had a dream talking to this guy. We were outside, and if he watches my video, yeah, I'm talking about you. We were outside, and I remember waking up from that dream going, that was the best, deepest conversation I have ever had. I'm like, I know he's African, but I'm like, this is one of the best conversation I have ever had. Cool. Didn't think too much about it because nothing's really happening. From that, probably like a month later, I had another dream. I had one friend, we were together, and then all of a sudden that friend just disappears, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I went back to the area. I found a dark guy with like dreads, and like we started talking. There was a white figure next to him. They started asking me a few questions, and it was basically, which is very weird, they were asking me to interpret my dream while I'm dreaming. So I'm trying to, like, maybe do some more sleep studies with myself or some shit like that. But in my dream, they asked me to interpret what just occurred. And I'm talking in my dream or whatever. And then I wake up, and like 2 weeks later, the guy that it connects, an African with dreads, I meet an African American, Caribbean. He just a whole blended mix, right? I met this guy and we had an instant connection. And the thing about it, which I sat and reflected today, I asked the universe, I would like to know Africa more, right? I want to know and understand African culture. It's a melting pot because there's so many countries, and I'm not going to learn nothing, nothing, right? I'm not going to learn shit. And it's not like I'm not going to learn absolutely anything. It's just there's too much to consume. I have one brain. There's just too much to consume. And I remember asking the universe, like, I want to understand Africa more. I want to understand what people mean by past lives. I want to understand Egypt. And I want to understand that shit a little bit more. As someone from the Caribbean, really, truly, I can proudly say I don't know who I am because I know I came from Africa. I know they took slaves from Africa. They put me down there. There's a melting pot. They wiped out most of the Caribs. Oh, my island is one of the only islands that still have the natives trying to live on their land the way it was, right? So they wiped the shit out of us. They erased our history. They put a whole bunch of Africans. They try to wipe, who knows what the fuck they keep doing, right? So where did my dark skin, nappy head, love to talk, have vivid dreams, spiritually connected to everything, understand that empathy is actually a thing that people just lack for some motherfucking reason? Where did this all come from? I don't know. I'm just here trying to survive. But on Friday, I remember trying to go to the used bookstore, and I'm like, I want to find something on dreaming. And I end up finding this book. It's called, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm tired. But I found this book. It was called The Spirit Book. I'm just going to put this like right here. So I found this book, and I haven't even read it. I haven't read it because the same guy I met, we ended up trading books. So he got that book, and he gave me the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And why am I excited to read this? because it's exact at the first couple of pages they're like talking about past lives, and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I asked for on Friday. I wanted a book that was talking about past lives. I couldn't find it. And I didn't really want to go to the bookstore and be like, hey, can you give me a book on like dreaming, past lives, psychic abilities, all this bullshit. I call it bullshit sometimes, right? All this shit, right? Like, it's, to me, sometimes just weird. To them, they'll be like, oh, cool, you're black ass, go over here. But like, for me, I'm like, so I'm happy, long story short, I'm happy I was able to do a book exchange with him. So I have to quickly read this book because he said a month. I don't know if he's gonna read my book in a month, but he likes to read more than my ass. So I'm excited. But the last thing I want to like, I'm excited and like kind of finish up here. It is good to find someone who is like not too far from you. Maybe we're both just crazy, but him having the African and Caribbean roots of, we know if we take care of ourselves, if we exercise, if we keep our stress down, if we eat the plants from the earth and the fruits and everything back, and we put it into our body and we take care of our human physical body, right? It will also take care of us. We also on the same page of school up here is not the best. Like from a British educational system, okay, I want to homeschool my children, and it's really nice to like have people just like, yeah, I want to homeschool my child too. I don't know what the fuck they're teaching these children up in this universe, but for my children, we gotta teach them what's in these books. We gotta teach them some truth, and then we gotta send them off to this institution in like 5th grade, 5th grade, and let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. That is how I want to raise, that's just me, how I want to raise my children. I want to teach you in this house everything I can teach you. Why? And the last thing I want to say, why Miss W and I were talking, and this is not the first time, where she's like, yeah, with my grandchildren, we have affirmations. We have affirmations to let them know that your hair is not going to be straight, honey. Your hair is going to be nappy. Your hair is not going to look like what they show on TV, or the weaves that these people put, the slick hair that they try to put back. Again, chemicals. Again, we have a correlation with thyroids. Is it thyroids and hair perm, right? Why do so many people have fibroids? I said thyroids. Fibroids. Why do so many women have fibroid issues? And some of them in the black, it's prevalent in the black community, because a lot of us had perms. A lot of us did chemical treatments, and we kept doing it so we can blend and walk into white society. So it's one of those things where the earth is ghetto. I'm still just putting all this as the earth is ghetto. Do I do tarot cards every day? Fuck no. And my last little fuck no. And not to be no disrespectful way, I have sat down and I'm like, and I will tell anybody this. Tarot reading is like prayer. Prayer is like meditation. Tarot reading, if you go to someone, sometimes just take your time. And yes, we go on the, hey, is there, at least for me, is there anyone on the other side who wants to communicate and, like, help me out here? It's not like they're taking my hand. It's not like they're controlling my body. It's just that I know everything is universally connected and shit happens, right? Last thing I want to put on here, I was going to say something with everything is universally connected, but I can't remember because basically I'm talking too much. Yeah, I can't remember, but I see it as me coming to myself, meditating, sitting in the silence, and asking, my last thing, and asking for like guidance. My last thing. I don't dream about the same things. Actually. And I've been talking to a lot more people who do remember their dreams, and some of them dream about loved ones, and their loved ones come visit them. And I have struggled with why do I not have dreams about loved ones? I can have dreams about everybody out the ass. I have dreams about exes when they're in trouble, and then all of a sudden I do some quick research and I'm like, oh shit, you really are in trouble. Right? I have people who keep me up at night because they're stressing about some shit. I hit them up, they start telling me stuff, and I'm like, I know, because I could not fucking fall asleep. Right? And then I stop and I'm like, but I don't dream about my mother. I don't dream about my grandfather. Like, I don't dream about people that I loved who passed on. And I stopped one day and I'm like, why would you dream when you do communicate? Like, you do realize and you do accept, like, hey, their spirit might be still here on earth helping us out and guiding us and doing shit like that. So, like, why would they try to guide me in dreams when I do communicate? I don't go, hey, mama, can you help me with this? I'm not crazy. Okay. I don't go, hey, like, but I do go, universe, what the fuck is going on right now? Why are these people acting the way they do? Why is there almost an accident every 5 seconds? Like, if you really pay attention and you stop and you watch how people drive, I'm like, yo, this was almost an accident. This was almost an accident. I stop and I'm like observing like the birds. Y'all see that? I be with the birds. I be with the birds. I be with the animals. I will submerge myself with this whole universe experience and not just isolate like I'm a human and I'm superior. Nope. These are birds. I need them. These are worms. I need them. That's a fly. It's important. That spider, it's a purpose. The water, it's a reason. The air that we breathe, we need it. The ants, they have a purpose. The sand, it has a purpose. The anything that just naturally happening, it has a purpose. So while I'm here, I have a purpose. I have a purpose to respect what's around me. I am different. Last thing so I can get the fuck off this and I can edit this and hopefully put it up tonight. Again, not setting up anything. Last thing. Earlier this year, before I went camping, great experience, by the way. I still try to split it in my head. I'm like, great experience, bad experience. Like, where does it fall? But I'm getting to the point, right? I went to get camping, loved the experience. But before I went camping, I asked Miss W, I'm like, are there bears in Maryland? And she was like, yeah. She was like, there are black bears. And since I asked her that question, we have had about 4, maybe 5 black bear sightings in the last 2 months, right? And it came to a point where I brought it up to my waxtician, and then she was like, yeah, there's just too many. I think they're saying like there might be experimenting on some bears. And I'm just like, she's like, they're just being released. And I'm like, nah, we're just killing their houses. Do you know how many stupid ass small apartments they're putting in DC? Do you know how many stupid ass small apartments they're building in Montgomery County? All the trees they're getting rid of, where are they gonna go? These animals no longer give a fuck about these humans that are on this earth. They're like, if you killing us, we go, I don't know what they're doing. So yes, I was like, hey, do we have bears in Maryland? And as I asked, so I see. It's in my area. It's in DC that is busy. So to me, that's a scare. Because I'm like, you're not even scared of this busy, crazy DC area. If you're not afraid of that, oh, you ain't afraid to come into Montgomery County where we got trees. Like, so this is where I'm again. The earth is ghetto. The earth is ghetto. We're killing these animals, right? Animals' rights. We're killing these people. They're killing these animal houses. They're just roaming around now. Soon we're going to be like lion, tigers, and bears. I take my dog to the dog park and there's animals, bigger dogs that think my dog is a fucking fox or a tiger and is ready to attack. And I'm like, she big just like you. I might delete this part, but I'm just saying, as I end this, how do I survive this ghetto ass, dying ass motherfucking planet that we are on, that these motherfucking billionaires rather go see a dead ass Titanic with some dead souls than to help the alive souls or the souls that are hooked on all types of chemicals that is not helping them get to their full potential? How do I survive this ghetto ass place? I make friends. I make friends who understand that the planet is dying, but the planet will still continue to go. I make friends who enjoy doing yoga in the morning and enjoy walking at the sunrise and looking at sunsets. I enjoy friends that are like, hey, we had a rough week. Let's go once a week to trivia night so we can civilized and act like, community wise. I make friends that enjoy going on nature hikes and enjoy being out in nature, just enjoying life, right? I make friends who enjoy reading so we can share things and share new discoveries. I enjoy friends where we can talk about art and how art and music is connected. I find friends who have interest in what I have interest in. I find friends who don't have any interest in those, and we just like to talk shit. I make myself part of this experience, of this human experience where I bond, I share. We talk about, for some reason, people think this dog of mine is so exotic and beautiful, and in my eyes, she just looks like a regular ass motherfucking dog, right? I go out and I try my hardest to enjoy this human experience, even though shit around me is forever hitting the fan. Forever hitting the fan. But the beautiful thing about it, when you go down all the way to quantum, shit is always dispersing. It's just that one chance that you're able to see it in real life. You're able to see it in time. So go out there, enjoy this fucked up planet that we have to survive on, and try your best. That is it. Peace and love. This rant went on forever. I will have I found a friend part 3, I think, with Ian soon. I'm still trying to find a few more friends. I'm still trying to find a few more friends. And I really want to hopefully talk with one about pregnancy soon. So dare any of my friends who watch this, I may hit you up in a couple of days to be like, hey, I really do want to make this video on pregnancy. And what women go through just before being pregnant, during pregnancy, and all that shit. I would really love just a women's view, because I was talking to my one friend. I now I don't live for myself. I have no children, and I need to start changing my mental of I am on this earth to produce some annoying ass children. No offense. I am on this earth to produce the next, to keep it going, to keep saying, yes, we are empaths. I promise you, when I'm ready to have kids, I'm just going to disappear. Just going to put this out here. I will disappear. You might not see me again. But I'm on this earth to produce other things so they can understand, like, all the religions, you can find truth in everything, and it is okay. It is okay to, actually like chemistry and like math, because when I talk about it, it's manipulation, but not the manipulation in a negative way. Math and chemistry is manipulation, okay? Psychology is a manipulation so we can get you to talk. Okay, these are the truth in reality. And then when I'm coming to what is a psychologist, a nosy best friend. I say this all the time. It is someone you can talk to that ain't gonna say shit, that is just so nosy about your life. You're like, why you care more than I do? Like, why do you care more than I do when I know this shit don't even matter no more? That is what a psychologist does, is to help you uncover, yeah, you don't care no more, but I promise you it's doing so much more negativity in your life till I bring it to light and show you, hey, this negative dark thing that you do not want to go seek, if I shed some light to it, it will make you walk in a clearer path. That is what psychologist does. My opinion, if you get a good one. Peace and love. Let me go edit this. I hope you find the healing that you need. This ghetto earth will forever be ghetto. We're humans and we fuck up. It is okay. We are humans and we fuck up. It is okay. We are not a god. We are humans trying to figure it out. So peace and love. Enjoy your life. And I hope you find the healing that you need.